Hi, so we thought we'd bring you guys outside into our borrowed garden. It's our lockdown paradise at the moment. We're going to talk you through a little bit more about the dogs, a bit about their personalities and what they're like to travel with as well.
Cool.
Travelling.
So, a couple of people have asked us, what's it like to travel with dogs? Great.
Yeah,
Hard work.
it's definitely hard work, but they are rewarding, aren't they?
If you like your dogs, I'd recommend it. If you find them quite frustrating, you're only going to get really frustrated by it, aren't you?
It's making sure you have your priorities right and that the dogs will always come first in whatever you're doing, what your activity is for the day, where you set up camp.
The time of day you do things.
Yeah,
If it's hot, you can't just go into the city in the middle of the day and have a look at something. You can't go for a hike. So you have to plan, you need to do these things early in the morning or later at night.
yeah, and if you do go into town, you've got to be aware that you've got your dogs with you, so you're probably going to be a little bit limited as to where you can go. So you're not going to be going into museums, and if you're going into cafes, you've got to check that dogs are okay. Usually you want a big space outdoors, especially for these guys, because they take up quite a lot of room.
Yeah.
So it does kind of limit
Yeah.
where you can go and what you can do during the day.
Yeah. Cost as well is a factor, probably. A lot of campsites
yeah.
will charge a little bit more if you have a dog. Some won't even let you in at all, so that's something you've got to consider. Border crossings isn't something we've had a problem with yet, so we'll have to come back to you on that one. Obviously most of our travelling's been in the EU, which so far is border free, so until now. What else?
Yeah, generally in the car these two are super chilled. Athena will sit and watch out of the window. Ajax will usually just lie down, have a snooze, and then move his tail and annoy Athena.
Always been really lucky actually. They love the car, which is great. We have driven from the top of from Britain down to the bottom of France, which is about a 12-hour journey in one hit with the dogs in the car. We get out every 3 or 4 hours, give them a bit of a stretch of the legs, give them a bit of water and food, which they love, because as long as they can get out and smell something new, they're happy to go back in again and go to the next place where they can get out and smell something new, which is really easy.
Quite easily pleased, aren't they?
Yeah, they are easily pleased. Very chilled. Malamutes are happy to lie around and do nothing all day, as long as they've got something to look forward to, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's a little bit about when you're doing wild camps as well. You know, choosing the wild campsites to make sure that the dogs have got space to move, that they've got their own space that they can go and chill out in. If you're there for a day, that they need some shade as well if it's going to be sunny. Yeah. I think we had one wild camp in the Pyrenees last year that the dogs wouldn't settle in, and James took them out for a walk.
Death Valley.
Yeah.
Death
Valley. James took them out for a walk, and there were just carcasses, sheep carcasses, antlers, just littered all over the place, and you could tell in the dogs they just wouldn't settle down. It was a really uncomfortable place for them.
Yeah.
And it was
Weird,
just a case of...
We have had places like that, just in campsites where Athena just will not go on a particular pitch for whatever reason. She just will not go there. It's like, well, we can't use this pitch because our dog won't go on it. She's a bit weird though. But yeah, that particular one was very obvious. There was a lot of death in the air. The dogs didn't like it at all. So we were up in the morning and out there pretty quickly, weren't we?
Yes, it was a good job too, because that was a long day on the track.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, it was a good day though.
Yeah, so we've been travelling with both of them. Athena. Oh, she's got the cheeks. Lie down.
You lie down now. You lie down.
Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, so we've been travelling with both of them and with friends and family. So our Pyrenees trip, there was 6 of us. And generally, they just get on
Yeah.
with everyone, and everyone sort of chipped in a little bit, taking them out for walks, and
Yeah, it helps a lot.
yeah.
Helps a lot.
They're just a lot of fun to have around. I also find that they're really good kind of icebreakers when it comes to meeting people. Dogs are kind of a universal language, especially once you kind of encourage the other person that they are friendly and that they are good with people.
Well, these people tend to come up to us all the time and say, "Oh, can I say hello to your dog?" Because they're gorgeous, aren't they? But that does mean that we get to meet a lot of people. So for the things we miss out, I would say we gain in a different way. Where we can't go into cities and go to museums because we just can't, especially if the weather's quite warm, you can't leave them in the car. We would go into the countryside and see something a bit random, a bit like using Atlas Obscura,
Yeah.
and just find some really obscure places to go and take the dogs and enjoy,
Yeah.
that don't have a lot of people, because we're not really tourists, I wouldn't say. We don't like going to touristy spots and busy crowds.
No, we're not.
We don't like paying a lot for this thing that everyone does. Much rather go and find something a bit more low-key, a bit quieter, and kind of get to know the country that we're visiting a little bit more.
As camp dogs, they're pretty chilled. Once they've had their exercise and their dinner, they're pretty much like this, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just chill out.
Really nice.
Um,
Tell you what though, having a dog that needs to be on the lead all the time is pretty frustrating when you've got an awning out with 2 poles, a vehicle, and they're constantly wrapping themselves around, and you have a barbecue out and the lead knocks a barbecue over. That's...
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we
would love to have them off the
We're
lead.
doing work with them to potentially, if we're in a nice remote wild camp, they can be off the lead, just milling around when they're in this kind of mood.
Yeah.
And we have got a tracker. We've got 1 tracker at the moment, a GPS tracker. We'll get a second one before we leave, so they've got a tracker each. So if they do go, we've got a better chance of finding them.
We have a good chance of finding them. Yeah. So right here we lost the dogs. Athena was gone for about 4.5 hours. Wasn't a great day. And Helen in tears. Wasn't a good day.
Wasn't a good day.
Especially with these dogs, you don't want them out finding lambs and things like that. I wouldn't want to find out, never done it, and don't want to find out what would happen. Not particularly sure it would be good.
Yeah, so we hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about our dogs and what our plans are for our travelling with the dogs.
If you have any questions, let us know. Comment below, as they say. Just get in touch, send us an email. Yeah, see you next time. If you want us to make a video of anything else, let us know, because we didn't...
Not got a lot to do.
Yeah, we didn't really set into this to make videos of us talking to a camera and sort of answering questions, but kind of running out of things to do here, so it's good fun for us.
Yeah. We'll keep trying.
Let us know. Constructive criticism is welcome.
The dogs.
But we can only do so much with these guys because they're mental. So, all right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
What you doing?